All right, I'm live. Hello, everyone. I hope that you're all doing well and having a great day today. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. I forgot that I had to pick my winners for the giveaway, which I just did with like a random comment picker. And I will announce that in just a moment. Let me go through the chat and say hello to everyone. Hello, Nidya, Sacred Hag, Brian, Viviani, Maggie G, thank you. Patricia. All right. Yeah, Brian, I always do Eastern Standard Time. I didn't post it on the link, but on my thumbnail for it, it says Eastern Standard Time. Just so you know for the future. Hi, Richie, Joan Murray, Laura Wright. What's your question, Laura? Thank you. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. And if you have a question, we're doing political world event questions. Go ahead and write them in all caps. Couple heart emojis if you can. That would be great. All right. Aries Wanderer, Karen, Martha, Isaac, Nancy H, Sweetie Darling Lulu, Jima, Cheryl, California Love, Sharon Ann, Mountain Dancer, Anita. Hi, Tina. All right, I think I got everybody. Hi, Jackie. All right, you guys. So apologies for not being on Tuesday. I had a bit of a migraine, and just energetically, I wasn't feeling up to it. So I thought I would rest. I wasn't necessarily sick, but I appreciate all of the well wishes. Just a little drained. Lots of stuff going on, so which is great. If you saw my community board, I just finished my Usui Reiki training, so that's really exciting, and exciting to learn more and get comfortable with it, so I can start teaching it to other people. So when I get to that point, I'll probably do a live stream on it for people that have questions on Reiki healing, and anybody interested in maybe taking a course with me. Of course, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. That's always great. I did just post my rates and specials for the month of February. If anybody's interested in a reading or a Reiki session, I have that all posted. If you have a hard time looking at the community board, you can send me an email. I'll send you a flyer that way. kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com. I have that and my phone number all in the description box of this video. All right. So let me go ahead and announce my winners for my giveaway real quick, and then we can go ahead and get started. We got lots of stuff to look at. So the winner for the free Reiki session for getting at 6,000 subscribers is Melody Frazier, and the reading winner for a free 30-minute reading is Patricia Franzino, which I see in the chat. So congratulations to you both. Please reach out through email or text message, and we'll get something set up for you. All right. So let me get some of these questions started. You're welcome, Patricia. I'm excited to finally meet you and give you a reading. All right. I think I got everybody's questions started so far. Also, our members group will be next Wednesday. I'll be doing a group Reiki session. So if anybody's interested in becoming a member, it's $10 a month. It's something that you can do at your will, just a monthly rate. So, if things are hard, you like to take a little break, that's absolutely fine. But You get some extra content with me. We do extra monthly giveaways, discounts on readings and Reiki sessions. So if that's something that you're interested in, please become a member. We'd love to have you. Do some personal mini reads too. All right. So just a couple notes that of some things that I wanted to look at and some of the questions that you've already sent. I thought Biden did a wonderful job on Tuesday for the State of the Union. I really loved how he called the Republicans out on Social Security and Medicare. I thought he did an excellent job and really commanded the room. And I think that, some of those Republicans, the MAGA Republicans, really showed their ass. And I don't think it was a good look for them. Yes, we can look at Fetterman. Absolutely. I also thought it was interesting seeing Mitt Romney go after George Santos and tell him that he didn't really belong in the party and that he's an embarrassment. I think I was trying to read the words, read his lips a little bit, and I felt I saw him say, "You're an embarrassment." But just very interesting. And I told you that we're already starting to see some of the divide in the Republican Party, and I just see as this MAGA Republican Party really starts to, show their ass, that division getting even greater and greater between the party, it imploding at some point. I saw somebody already wrote about, let's look at Trump versus Satan, and I told you I felt like Trump was going to go on the warpath with him, and that there were definitely some secrets around DeSantis. I think it's kind of funny that Trump pulled that out, although very hypocritical at the same time as well, because I believe that there's logs of Trump going to Epstein Island, but we don't have to get into that today. And then I saw Midas Touch too post a little clip of Mike Lee, the senator from Utah, looking so outraged when Biden said that they were looking to make cuts to Social Security. And then they showed a clip of him actually saying that that's what he was for. So just so funny. But I think Biden did a really good job at his State of the Union address. And I saw somebody ask if it's going to change a lot of Republicans' minds. But, I mean, the Republicans, I think, are pretty dead set in it. I think it's independence. But a lot of them have already started to wake up to this new Republican Party. So just some notes of some stuff that I saw going on. Yeah, they're hypocrites. All right, let's see. Got some good questions. We can take a look at it. So I was just talking, but I'll throw some cards on it. But Laura says, so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you all and to be here. Yeah, so much to talk about. How do normal Republicans see Biden after his speech? Oh, and it was just so funny, too, seeing Kevin McCarthy shushing them and trying to get some order in there, because he had already told them not to, not to show their ass. What did they do? Hey, Grace. Let's see. I do think some of them were embarrassed by the extremists in their party. Thank you so much, Jana. Blessings, my friend. Love and light to all that are watching. Absolutely. I keep getting a little distracted too, but we do have to send a lot of love out there for those affected by that hurricane, earthquake in Turkey and Syria. I was watching on the news; they're projecting over 20,000 people killed. And all the people affected, a lot of love right now. You saw too, probably on my community board, about that crystal grid that I'm going to program with Reiki healing and go through it and with new intentions every week to continuously send Reiki. So when I get that set up, I can send Reiki to some of the world events, stuff like that, sending out that love. All right. All right, so let's see how normal Republicans see Biden after his speech. Yeah, ooh, interesting. I think a lot of those Republicans kind of wish that they could go back to their past party before Trump really took it over. This is like memories of nostalgia and them seeing the writing on the wall, seeing the damage that this part of the party is causing them. I think even in the future, not right now, but maybe after some of these Congress people are removed, I see a lot of working across the aisle between some of these normal Republicans, not all of them, or a whole lot of them, but a decent amount working with Democrats to get stuff done. Yeah, and I think that they're with the Hierophant above, they feel like this extremist part of their party is really a threat to their democracy. It's just, they don't have the spine to stand up to them and to upset their constituents and go against them. But I think that they see it as a threat to our democracy. A lot of them are kind of battle weary, really kind of over a lot of the fights that they had to endure because of this, and just feeling very stuck and conflicted as a party. But I do think, like I said, there will be some people coming together. That's group work to try to distance themselves from that part of the party, and it's going to take them a while to, rebrand and kind of dismantle their party and start back up from the bottom. But I think that overall there'll be a better party afterwards. Yeah. All right. But thank you for the question, Laura. Yeah. Don't you love how the way we now designate people as normal? Right. All right. If you want to continue on the State of the Union, were people's minds changed about what President Biden has done? I think he did a really good job at touting his accomplishments. And he did it a little bit, but I think the one thing that I think would have resonated a little bit more with his speech is, the economy is doing better, and the inflation is going down a little bit, but just really empathizing with people and knowing how hard it is for a lot of everyday people, going to the grocery stores and not being able to afford groceries. And I just, I wish that's the only thing that I would have liked to see a little bit more, and I think would have connected with more people, is just telling people, I know that you're hurting right now, and we're going to do this, and this to fix it. We've already tried it. Yeah, I think he did a fantastic job too, Froxy. people's minds changed from Biden's speech? I think some people that voted for him were pleasantly surprised, as maybe have been feeling a little bit frustrated with, the inflation. And we all know too that a lot of that is price gouging too. That's kind of out of his control. But that he brought some hope to those people, re-inspiring some people that voted for him. I don't think a lot of Republicans that aren't for Biden, I don't think a lot of them were like, oh, this is really making sense. Because they're just so brainwashed by what they watch on the news, their media over there, and what they see on social media. But yeah, I think it provided some hope for some people that have maybe been a little annoyed with how things have been going. Yeah, and I think too, building that coalition for him, um, and showing his strengths too, which we saw him, really stand up to the Republican Party. Yeah, and the women are coming through too, so I think it resonated with a lot of women. Yeah, and I don't think that did any favors for the Republican Party, showing how, them heckling him. I think, but I think a lot of the people that have been voting for Democrats lately too just can't bring themselves to vote for the Republicans, even if they're a little bit more independent, because they're so extreme and so crazy. All right. Thank you for the question, sweetie, darling Lulu. Yes, Trump listened to the speech. He actually, he tried kissing Biden's butt a little bit. I think, wanting to put it out there that when he starts getting charged, maybe to get pardoned, which isn't going to happen. Yeah, and he did have a good response from his speech. I heard that as well. It was like 70% approval rating on it. So I think overall, I think it was viewed favorably. Um, I just don't think it's going to change a lot of Republicans' mind, but you know, I think it's what the Democratic Party needs right now, and really kind of like the start before he announces that he's running again to get people excited. Aries Wanderer says my cats hissed when Kavanaugh and Barrett um, were on the screen. I hope they were fighting with each other. I thought they were fighting with each other. Interesting. I didn't notice that. All right. Oh, wow. We already have over 250 people watching. Thanks for joining. Hit that thumbs up. I would appreciate it. I'm not going to throw cards on this, but Mountain Dancer says, do I have an inkling of when 45 will be indicted or any of his cohorts? I think it's very soon. Timing's always kind of hard to quite pinpoint, but last week the energy felt really like things were really ramping up, kind of like charging full steam ahead. I definitely think if it's not February, it's March, but I think it could be any time now. I was feeling like end of February, end of January, beginning of February, but as you guys know, there's really not a concept of time on the other side. So that's where the divine timing kind of comes in, and everything happens at the time it's supposed to. And that's why it's kind of hard to quite pinpoint timing. But for me, I'm very empathic, so I feel the energy of it, and it feels like it's like right in our face. So I think very soon. Oh, interesting. I didn't see that. Karen Louise says, did you see the House voted 419 to 0 to condemn the Chinese spy balloon? So we actually can be unified. Yeah. I wouldn't have been surprised if, Matt Gaetz or MTG voted against it, but yep, I got your question next, Joel. Yeah, I feel March is going to be a wild month. I feel like that has to do with um, like Putin, I think, and Trump. I kind of feel like it's like everybody's almost waiting on, um, you have New York, you have, the FBI, Georgia. They're all kind of like waiting to see who moves first with the indictments, I feel like. But we're getting close. I feel like when one happens, it's going to be like bam, 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 bam. So maybe that's going into March. Like things seem like really crazy. Will there be a coup in North Korea? Hmm. I don't feel it right now, Joel. I do feel like at some point, the people will rise up against the tyranny, but not right now. It feels like it's out there a little bit for me. I'll throw a couple cards on it, but I'm not feeling. Um, I'm not feeling a coup right now in North Korea. So glad and happy to be here with you all today. I know Thursday's on a normal day, but me and Mel are going to have to do our show. I'm thinking maybe Sunday. He hasn't confirmed it with me. He was busy tonight, so I thought I'd jump on. Had somebody reschedule a reading, so it kind of turned out perfect. I just feel for those people in North Korea, though, because it's almost like there's that brainwashing element, and also like just that fear aspect of it. Oh, interesting. I don't feel it right now, but absolutely in the future, Joel, there will be an uprising and like a dismantling of what they currently have. I mean, the people are kind of, this is like the harvester, so, um, but also like being a little discontent with what's going on, just working really hard. Like I said, there's an element of brainwashing in it, but the energy crossing is magician, so they have the strength to do this. And even I see a push for it in the future where there's momentum built up against it. And these cards are really powerful going into the future. We have the Tower, which is dismantling of their current system and like starting over. Things not being built on that solid foundation, so it crumbles, and then it's time to rebuild. There's a partnership coming in with them, and some leader, they're going to be strong through this to get the government that they'd like, and then it's like moving on from the turbulent waters to the calmer waters. So absolutely, at some point, I don't. I feel like though it will be a couple of years before that happens. Yeah, the North Korea fear is legit. Yeah. Well, and you have to think though too. It's like it's all these people we've ever known. I don't feel like that is Kim Jong Un that you're seeing out there. But regardless, his father did the same exact thing. It was just like controlling people by establishing all that fear, and it's almost like the people worship their leaders like their God, is how they kind of go in there because they don't know any better. And it's been like a generational thing as well. But yeah, eventually I think that they'll step into their power and demand the change. Yeah, and the people are starving too. Yeah, it's very sad. All right. So let's see. Are the DeSantis pictures going to bring him down? I actually feel like it does kind of bring him down in a way, but I think there's more stuff to come. And I've been telling you guys for a long time. I feel like there's a connection between Matt Gaetz and that sex trafficking and Ron DeSantis for entertainment purposes only. I told you I felt like, and it's so funny too because Trump does this wild attack on DeSantis, and then DeSantis is just very calm about it, doesn't attack back, appears very weak, and just I don't know if he denied it or not, but just saying that he wasn't going to stoop low to attack other Republicans. But I've been telling you, there's definitely a connection I feel between him and Matt Gaetz, and I think that this is kind of proof of that. Not quite proof, but I think it says a lot about his character, and I do believe it to be true. Ooh. Yeah, I think that this is um, interesting. Yeah, I think this is one of many things that kind of bring him down, at least his popularity, and because obviously I feel like he wants to run for president in 2024. I always have the hardest time kind of picking up who the actual nominee is going to be. I don't know if it's quite set in stone just yet. For me, I feel like a male and a woman. I was feeling like maybe it's a woman that gets the nomination and they pick a male vice president. I'm kind of feeling the latter though, like it's a male. But I would think that I don't see Trump getting it. I don't even think he'll be in the picture. So you would think the next step would be Ron DeSantis, but maybe with this and other scandals coming up, I don't know if he even runs. Like I said, I have a hard time envisioning him running. So yeah, but he's definitely chained to the devil. He's made a pact with the devil, and I think that this does have to do with some of the trafficking things that I was picking up, along with corruption, and I do feel like there's something money related too, maybe with the donations for the hurricane. Taking money, yeah, because there's giving and taking money, but this is also the card of charity too coming up. And I think that might be the thing that actually really takes him down. Um, he's trying to be all confident and show strength, like he can get past this. But his future, he has the grief card with being heartbroken. This is feeling like he kind of has to get away out of the picture, out of the spotlight, because the government knows of secrets or things that he's done in the dark. So, yeah, I think that there's multiple things that take him down. I don't even know if I see him leaving or like I don't feel like jail or anything like that, but I do feel like investigations, and it's almost like taking the walk of shame, having to step down. Future Nikki Haley. But I told you guys Trump was going to start turning on some of these people he viewed as a threat. I think he has more dirt than what he shared too. Oh, interesting. As I said that, I see Ian says Roger Stone has a lot of dirt on DeSantis. There are photos of Greenberg, Gaetz, DeSantis. More is coming 100%. Absolutely. All right. Let's read on John Fetterman. I didn't hear. I think I heard that he went to the hospital because he was feeling a little lightheaded. So I think they wanted to double check and make sure that he didn't have another stroke. I don't think that they saw any evidence of that. But let's take a look. No, actually, I'm going to use this deck. For me, what's kind of coming through with the lightheadedness is like blood sugar levels being low. I don't feel like it was another stroke, but let's see what the cards have to say. I see Roger Stone going down, Foxy Roxy. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, good. It's interesting because in John Fetterman, I am getting like crown and head, but also that solar plexus, like I was saying, maybe it was like blood sugar or something being associated with it. Yeah, I think, and he has to kind of watch things too, making sure that he takes things a little bit slower. But we do have the Temperance Angel watching over him, which is all about healing and rebalancing, and bringing awareness for him too. Making sure, yeah, I think that there is a little bit of like needing to keep an eye on the health, because I think that I'm sure he's on medicine that would not make like a stroke quite as risky, but there's still, I think, some concern there from that. And I think even too, this could be still, some rehab and helping him with that stroke. But yeah, something to do with the stomach too that he's got to watch. I think he'll be okay. I think they're keeping a good eye on it, and like I said, there is some healing coming in. But I don't know. I don't feel like it was another stroke, but I think he's going to be all right. He's got to keep an eye on it. Yeah, I think Fetterman's is working too hard and not eating right. Yeah, he's got to find some balance for himself for sure. Yeah, he's got a lot of people around him keeping an eye on it, and he knows too. I think that his stroke was a big wake-up call for him. Yeah, it could be effects from the new medication too. I don't know. For me, blood sugar kind of came through. Not to say that, maybe it wasn't that, it was something else, but all right, let's take a look at how Hunter Biden's defamation lawsuit will go. Has he officially filed a defamation lawsuit? I heard that he was talking about it, but has he done it yet? I told you, I feel like the whole Hunter Biden thing, I don't see anything there with it. I mean, I'm sure Jim Jordan and those will probe into it, but I think if anything, I see it backfiring on Republicans tremendously. All right, Hunter Biden defamation lawsuit. What letters went out to lawyers warning? Thank you. I didn't think they did it yet. Oh yeah, he's going to fight back hard. And he's going to come out on top, absolutely. Yeah, he's charging full steam ahead. Yeah, and I think he will take it to court too. Some people are going to be very heartbroken. We have heartbreak with the lovers, so this feels like, to me, like the Republican Party's, like their pack is going to be feeling very upset. We got justice, so I do think that the case will go forward. But Hunter Biden's out on top with it. He's got the chariot, so this is being victorious, and he is, he's kind of a badass in the sense that he's taking on all of these wands, so all these multiple people. He's coming prepared. Yeah, and this being a cycle going on for Hunter Biden. Yeah, charging full steam ahead. Um, they don't have any evidence to really show. And even if they have the laptop, which I feel like there's nothing there with that. I've said that before. Who's to say that, with how many hands it's went through, that they didn't plant something in it to make him look bad, I don't see it going anywhere. I think Hunter Biden's going to come out on top. And I see this whole investigation into him really backfiring on Republicans. Conviction for PC repair shop and others. Yeah. Yeah, I see him coming out on top of the legal situation. Oh, and if you guys haven't noticed, I'm in my old studio space. So finally somebody was able to come out and check things out. They thought there was no wet spots. The guy told me that came out if like the drywall or the insulation behind it got moldy, that it would have probably came through by now. And it doesn't really smell. The only way that they could test for sure is by taking down drywall. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. But it's nice to be back in my office space. Trying to get everything re-put together in here. It's been a mess down here for a little while. Yeah, and also it's crazy how much the rethugs are hot for the pics. Yeah. And like that's a big attack on him. I mean, look at the former first lady. I mean, you can Google raunchy photos of her too. So not the good kind of wet spot. Oh, yeah, that's true. Good point. CC says, glad Hunter is doing okay. I wish the Pelosi family and Hillary would sue. Yeah. I just see us getting to a point too where like enough is enough, and a lot of people are going to start fighting back. I mean, you can't slander, somebody's reputation like that. All right. Let's look. I wrote this down. I want to look at it. Let's take a look at Trump versus DeSantis. Let's see what the energy going into the future is there for that. I don't feel the attacks are stopping anytime soon. Not from Trump anyway. DeSantis is just there taking it like a coward. Nicole, I'm not going to get into that question too much, but I absolutely think that you're onto something there. I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube with what I'm talk about elections and stuff like that. But I'll just say that I don't feel like DeSantis won by 20 points in Florida. I'm gonna leave it at that. For entertainment purposes only. All right, so let's take a look. Trump versus DeSantis. Trump, I just see him his face is like red hot, like he is on the warpath with DeSantis. Yeah, I think this is just the beginning. Yeah, their pact is upside down. Ooh. Yeah, he's definitely cussed. Ooh, interesting. All right. So yeah, we have the Two of Cups reversed in this deck. So it's like this is often about partnerships where they were close in the past. That friendship is done and over with, and they're charging full steam ahead. It's like they're going into battle with one another. There's a connection with money, so I don't know if Trump's upset that he campaigned for him, helped get DeSantis money, or oh no, I think it's actually that DeSantis has so much money and Trump's worried about that, so he's starting the attack early. Yeah, he's dumping out that proposal, that offer, that friendship with Satan. He's not interested in peace negotiations between the two. We got Trump here causing a tower moment above for DeSantis. Yeah, there's some things he did in the past that will be coming to the surface. It's going to lead to a bad judgment. Trump's coming in, that manipulator, trying to manipulate things. DeSantis is going to be grieving and causing a lot of obstacles for DeSantis, making him look very foolish, and actually maybe possibly retreating from that race. So that could be retreating from, being a public figure as well. But yeah, I see things really ramping up. Like I told you, it's a bit of a war between the two of them. I just read on that, Mimi Rose. I feel like he's going to be okay. He's got to take a bit of a rest, though, and make sure that he's on top of things. But I wasn't picking up stroke. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, I don't think Santos wanted to get close to Biden at all. I think that he just wanted the attention. I think he craves the attention, actually. And the other Republicans are just getting really kind of tired of it. He wanted to meet people, and I mean, even with that fight with him and Mitt Romney, like, um, I think part of Santos was actually kind of happy that it happened because it gave him extra attention in the matter. I mean, the con man just wants to be relevant, but he's going down. And then I think that there's an ethics investigation going on with him now too about sexually harassing a staffer, and I don't I see him out of there sooner rather than later. I think he might actually be the first one that's gone before some of the other January 6th congressional people get in trouble and indicted. Oh, and while we're talking about him too, Mountain Dancer says, breaking news, George Santos constituents are confronting him at his office. Did that yesterday. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Oh, wow. 1 hour ago, lawmakers filed to expel Rep. George Santos from Congress. Really? Is that for sure going on? I hadn't heard that, but if it might be breaking news now. I see him out of there. He's in some trouble for sure. Mm. All right, you guys. Got a couple questions still, so I will probably just do a couple more before we wrap up. Let's take a look at Nikki Haley. Maybe she's the because I feel like a male getting the Republican nomination, picking a female. She's definitely going to run, though. I don't know if she's announced it yet, but let's take a look at Nikki Haley. I don't see her being president. I don't see that at all. I don't even see her getting vice president. So a lot of Republicans don't like her. I think she's really wishy-washy. Like, she plays both sides. Where she's condemning Trump, but then afterwards sticking up for him. She's like just so back and forth. She can't have her cake and eat it too. That's what the saying goes. Can you read my post, please? Will you resend, Mario? Yeah, Santos is look at me kind of guy. Was she governor of South Carolina? I think she was a governor. That's interesting. Ooh, she's got the tower. It does not look good for her. I don't know. I think that she might actually be done with politics. To me, it feels like what do a lot of politicians do? They like take inside jobs and stuff like that because of what they know. Like can't think of the word. She's got some legal troubles coming up. That didn't even come to me. yeah, kind of retreating a little bit. She's going to have to defend herself. She's got the tower moment above her because some information's dropped. And I think it might cost her quite a bit of money, too. Where she's sat pretty in the past, you know, with taking money. I think there's some legal things coming up that's going to cost her some money. So, yeah, she's feeling very kind of stuck. Like I said, wishy-washy is the energy that I go for. Yeah, secrets being exposed, things coming to light. And it's like she has to start over. She's got a new journey ahead. Could do something with like something foreign, I think, or like some kind of insider, but like money overseas, juggling money. Yeah, I think she's got a lawsuit coming up. I don't see her as president or vice president. I think she's done with politics after this comes out. I think she just cares about making money and power, but I see big changes for her in her career. Yes, Janet, best chess move by Biden was Social Security and Medicare checkmate. Absolutely. Okay, we'll look at that, Mario. She was our rep at the UN. Maybe that's why I'm feeling something foreign above too. But I don't see maybe taking some foreign money for entertainment purposes only. There's some kind of overseas money or overseas job that's like kind of looming over her. All right, we'll look at Mario's question. 45 will have a nervous breakdown when all the court stuff settles and he's served. I agree with that 100%. I don't know if that was a statement or a question, but yeah, a lot of the Republicans know the writing on the wall. Why do you think? Why do you think these MAGA Republicans have to start a committee looking into the government and the Biden administration? Um, because they're trying to, gaslight the American people. It's all about showing that there's some kind of corruption there, or trying to prove that, because they all know that they had an active role in trying to overthrow our government, overthrow our democracy. So they're scared. They're going to do anything to try to get away from that, or to, make people doubt that. It's not going to work. It's going to epically fail. But I agree with your statement, Mario. Yeah, uh, Trump is not in a good place right now. And like I said too, it feels like a lot of these different departments are waiting to indict Trump to see who will be first, because they're all like coming up really close together. And then I feel like it's like one person indicts, and then it's like boom, 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 like multiple indictments, like in a month or two period. What do you see when you look into 45's eyes, the back of his head? All right. Yeah, that's very true. And then they're still trying to overthrow the government. All right. Let's do one more. Sweetie Darling Lou says, why do some Dems want Biden to dump VP Harris? I feel like I've read on this before. You're welcome, Mario. Um, well, and like I said in the past too, I mean, the vice president isn't normally really out there. They're doing a lot of work behind the scenes. I think for Kamala, even more so because we had a 50-50 Senate, so she was working with the Senate a lot. And I do think that, there are some people that are threatened to have a female African American woman as in such a high position of power too. I don't. I feel like Kamala really resonated when she was in the Senate. Um, I think she was so quick, especially with they had Barr come into the Senate and it was just really quick and on top of it with him. I just don't feel like she's had a lot of opportunities since then to really get that platform that she had in the past. Yeah, but I don't see Biden dumping Harris. I actually, and a lot of Democrats, as of a couple weeks ago, I saw polling kind of want somebody new to come in for the president for Biden too. But I think with that State of the Union address, I think that that's going to change a lot of people's minds. Yeah, I don't see that pact breaking up between Biden and Harris. It's like that. There's that partnership twice with the Two of Cups and then the Lovers. That pact that they've made. I see this passing with Kamala, maybe taking some time um, and getting out there more and speaking more, maybe being able to do that now that she's not with the Senate so much because the energy doesn't feel too good around her at the moment. I mean, being defensive, conflict, trapped, some kind of insecurity around her. I think a lot of people are threatened that she's in that position. Um, but going into Kamala's future, we have the magician here. That manifesting master, and there's like big opportunities for her. I've often felt like um, she may be president, Biden may step down, she may take over. So that's where that security and like a new job coming in. But I don't think it's because Biden and her kind of separate. He picks somebody else. I don't think Biden would do that anyway. I feel like they're very committed to their roles as president and vice president and working together. Yeah, I don't see him dumping Kamala. I don't see that. I've been asked that quite a few times. I just think that I think when she came and really became more mainstream was when she was a senator. But before that, I don't think a lot of people really knew who she was either. So I think it's all about proving herself, and I think she'll do that. Yeah, that's true too. Cold toes. I think Kamala has Harris has the same problem Hillary has. She doesn't come across as warm and is not charismatic. I don't see her as electable. Nothing to do with race. Yeah, and that's a good point too. And it's a very fine line too because, as Hillary would always say, she had to feel like she had to be super strong because it's kind of unprecedented to have a woman a woman president. So you have to come through as strong and to kind of compete with that male energy, not come across as weak like a lot of people view women. So, it gets kind of hard to really be genuine and show who you really are and open yourself up to that when you have to be kind of stern and strong. And a lot of people are threatened by really intelligent women too, I'll say. Yeah, there's sexism. All right. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there. Again, if you could all do me a favor and hit that thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I know Patricia was here when I called her for the free reading giveaway, but Melody Frazier, you are the winner for a free Reiki session. So you can email me at kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com, or you can text me at 440-376-4088, and we'll get something set up for you. Again, I posted on my community board my specials for this month today. So if anybody's interested in a Reiki session or a reading, please feel free to reach out. Again, you can text or email me, and I have all that information in the description box. And I should be doing a show with Mel here in the next couple of days, so looking forward to that. Sending you all a lot of love and a lot of blessings, and I will see you all next week. Take care, everyone. All right, bye-bye.